Friends, have you ever stopped to think about the real superheroes on our planet? It's not just the people we see in movies. The real silent guardians are all around us, standing tall and strong. I'm talking about plants, from the giant ancient trees in our forests to the tiny little plants sitting on your windowsill. They are doing something incredible every single day. They are the foundation of almost all life on Earth. Without them, our world would be a very different and, honestly, a very empty place. They are the ultimate givers, constantly working to keep our planet healthy and alive, asking for so little in return for the massive work they do for all of us. Think about it, guys. Where does the food you eat come from? Even if you eat chicken, that chicken probably ate grains, which are plants. The fruits and vegetables on your plate? They are plants. The very air we breathe to stay alive is cleaned and filled with oxygen by these green wonders. They provide shelter for animals, wood for our homes, and beautiful flowers that make us smile. They are the quiet, powerful force that keeps the circle of life spinning. A constant source of energy and life for every creature, big and small, that walks this beautiful earth. So, what is their secret superpower? How do they perform this magic trick of creating food from thin air and sunlight? This amazing process has a cool scientific name, photosynthesis. It might sound like a big, complicated word, but trust me, it's one of the most fascinating and important stories in nature. It's the story of how a simple leaf can turn sunlight into life itself. It's a process that has been happening for billions of years, shaping our planet into the green, vibrant home we know and love today. Understanding this process is like unlocking a secret level in the game of life. In this journey, we are going to break down this incredible superpower. We will explore how plants, our green friends, become the ultimate chefs of the natural world. We'll look at the simple ingredients they use and the amazing results they produce. It's a story of energy, transformation, and life. By the end of this, you'll look at every leaf and every blade of grass with a new sense of wonder and respect. You will understand the deep connection we share with them and why protecting our plant life is so important for our own future. So let's dive deep, friends, into the secret world of plants. Alright team, let's get straight to it. What is this mysterious thing called photosynthesis? Let's break down the word itself. Photo means light, and synthesis means to make or to put together. So photosynthesis literally means making things with light. It's the special process that plants use to make their own food. Imagine you could just stand in the sun, take a deep breath, drink some water, and create your own energy-packed lunch right inside your body. That's exactly what plants do. They are self-sufficient masters, the ultimate survival experts of our world. This process is basically a plant's way of cooking. But instead of a kitchen, they use their leaves. Instead of a stove, they use the powerful energy from the sun. It's a chemical reaction, a kind of nature's magic, that turns simple raw materials into sugar. This sugar, called glucose, is the plant's energy source. It's the fuel that helps them grow taller, produce flowers, grow fruits, and basically do all the things that a plant needs to do to live and thrive. It's their personal homemade power bar, created using the most abundant energy source we have, the sun. So, to put it in the simplest way possible, photosynthesis is the amazing way green plants use sunlight, water, and a gas from the air called carbon dioxide to create their own food, which is sugar. As a fantastic bonus, while they are making their food, they release something that all of us and all animals need to breathe: oxygen. They take in the stuff we breathe out, carbon dioxide, and give us back the stuff we need to breathe in, oxygen. It's the most perfect and beautiful recycling system you can ever imagine. A true win-win situation for the entire planet. This whole incredible operation happens inside tiny little parts of the plant's leaves called chloroplasts. These are like mini factories, and they contain a special green pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the hero of this story. It's what makes plants green, and more importantly, it's the magical ingredient that has the power to absorb the energy from sunlight and kickstart the entire food-making process. Without chlorophyll, a plant wouldn't be able to capture the sun's rays, and the magic of photosynthesis simply couldn't happen. It's the key that unlocks the sun's power. So, how does this step-by-step cooking process actually work? Let's imagine we are watching a plant prepare its meal. The first step is all about gathering the ingredients. The plant's roots act like straws, sucking up water from the soil. This water then travels all the way up the stem and into the leaves through tiny tubes like a plumbing system. At the same time, the leaves are busy collecting another key ingredient. They have tiny little pores, like little mouths. on their surface called stomata. Through these stomata, the plant breathes in a gas from the air called carbon dioxide, which is the same gas we breathe out. Once the water and carbon dioxide are inside the leaf, it's time for the magic to begin. This is where the sun plays its starring role. The chlorophyll, that green stuff inside the leaf's chloroplasts, acts like a solar panel. It traps the energy from the sunlight that falls on the leaf. This captured sunlight provides the powerful energy needed to start the chemical reaction. It's like turning on the switch of a high-tech machine. The sun's energy is the power source that will transform the simple ingredients into something much more valuable and complex. Something that will give the plant life. With the energy from the sun, the plant then does something amazing. It uses this energy to break apart the water molecules it soaked up from the ground. It also uses this energy to change the carbon dioxide it took from the air. The plant's internal machinery works to combine these broken down parts in a new way. It rearranges them to create two brand new products. The first is glucose, a type of sugar. This is the plant's food, its energy source. The plant will use this sugar immediately for energy or store it for later, like packing a lunch for another day. But what about the second product? This is where it gets really cool for us. As a byproduct of this process, something is left over: oxygen. The plant doesn't need all the oxygen it creates, so it releases it back into the air through those same tiny stomata on its leaves. This is the very same oxygen that we and almost all other living creatures on Earth need to breathe to survive. So, while the plant is busy making its own food to live, it is also generously creating the air that allows us to live. It's an incredible life-sustaining cycle. To pull off this incredible feat of cooking, a plant needs a few essential things. Think of it like a recipe. If you miss even one ingredient, the dish won't turn out right. The first and most obvious ingredient, the main source of power, is light. While sunlight is the most natural and powerful source, plants can also perform photosynthesis under artificial light. This is why you can grow plants indoors using special grow lights. The chlorophyll in the leaves is specifically designed to absorb the energy from light waves, making it the non-negotiable first item on the ingredient list for this amazing process of life. Next up, the plant needs water. As we discussed, the roots of the plant are experts at finding and absorbing water from the soil. This water is crucial, not just for keeping the plant hydrated, but as a key chemical component in the photosynthesis reaction. It provides the hydrogen atoms needed to help build the sugar molecules. In areas where water is scarce, like deserts, plants have evolved amazing ways to store water, such as the thick, fleshy leaves of a cactus. This just shows how absolutely vital water is for their survival and their ability to make their own food. Without water, the entire process would grind to a halt. The third key ingredient is carbon dioxide, or CO2. This gas is naturally present in our atmosphere. We release it every time we exhale, and it's also produced by things like burning fuel. Plants do us a huge favor by taking this gas out of the atmosphere. They breathe it in through the stomata on their leaves, and it provides the carbon atoms that form the backbone of the sugar molecules they create. This is a crucial part of the Earth's carbon cycle, where plants help to balance the levels of CO2 in the air, acting as the planet's natural air purifiers. Finally, the secret ingredient that brings it all together is chlorophyll. This is the green pigment found inside the chloroplasts in a plant's cells. Chlorophyll is the master molecule that has the unique ability to absorb energy from sunlight. It's what gives plants their characteristic green color, because it absorbs red and blue light but reflects green light, which is why we see them as green. It acts as the catalyst, the spark that ignites the entire chemical reaction of photosynthesis. Without chlorophyll to capture the sun's energy, water and carbon dioxide would just remain as they are, and no food would ever be created. So why does all of this matter? The benefits of photosynthesis are massive, and they extend far beyond just the plant itself. First, let's talk about the plants. For them, photosynthesis is everything. It is their way of creating the energy they need to grow, to build strong stems and deep roots to produce beautiful flowers, and to make seeds for the next generation. This process is their fundamental survival mechanism. The sugar they produce fuels all of their life activities. It allows them to heal when damaged and to adapt to their environment. It is the very essence of their existence, their personal power source. Now, let's think about us, about humans and animals. The most direct and important benefit we get from photosynthesis is oxygen. Every breath you take, Every moment you are alive is made possible by the oxygen that plants have been pumping into our atmosphere for millions of years. They are the lungs of our planet. But it doesn't stop there. Photosynthesis is the foundation of almost every food chain on Earth. The energy that plants create gets passed on to the animals that eat them, and then to the animals that eat those animals. From a simple apple to a steak, the original energy source traces back to the sun, captured by a plant. The impact on our planet and the environment is just as huge. Plants are our greatest allies in the fight against climate change. As we know, they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This is incredibly important because too much CO2 in the air traps heat and warms up our planet. By taking in CO2 for photosynthesis, forests, jungles, and even oceans full of phytoplankton act as giant carbon sinks, helping to regulate the Earth's climate and keep temperatures stable. Protecting our forests and planting new trees is one of the most powerful things we can do for the health of our home. In conclusion, friends, photosynthesis is not just some boring topic in a science book. It is the story of life itself. It's a beautiful, elegant, and powerful process that connects the sun, the air, the water, and every living thing on this planet. It feeds us, it provides the air we breathe, and it keeps our world in balance. The next time you see a tree, a flower, or a simple blade of grass, take a moment to appreciate the silent, incredible work it is doing. We owe our very existence to these green superheroes and their magical ability to turn light into life. That is a truly mind-blowing thought.